Hey, Sunti.
Hiya.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey.
Right, I'm hoping all of our missing raiders are going to show up soon.
Yeah, that might be helpful.
Okay, Rankin is stuck in Sweden. He'll be here in 10 minutes.
Okay.
There's Boozy logging on. We're getting there in numbers. There's a Dashi. Okay, we will be at 20 as soon as either Rankin or Squibs logs on. I know both are planning to be here, but late. Hopefully not too late. I'll stick the AA up, so once the role leads are sorted out, the sides, they can edit the interrupts in. We're going to try using ranged interrupts so the immunities can run around those orbs and clear them and see if that means the left-hand group gets across better. I would say it's 4 minutes to. It's safe to probably zone in. Unless DPS leads have anything to say otherwise.
We'll have to change the AA. I'm on group 3 now. On the left side.
Yeah, already said the AA is up early and the interrupts are going to be edited in once the groups are set. So just wait for Sanger and Mercer to sort that out. We are going to need an additional person to go healer. I think our only options are morgue and refrigerator, so if the two of you want to maybe work out between you which one's going to heal, which is going to DPS. Cool, thanks Morg. So don't forget DPS leads if you're editing, take Morg's interrupt out because he's healing.
I'm here.
Cool. I will when when the DPS leads aren't in there. I don't know who's in there at the moment.
Alright. Hey.
Hey. Alright, Morg, Sanger can fix that one while he's in the AA, so we'll get that sorted.
Which side are you gonna see more? Just so I know where to stand.
Well, we have 2 priests.
Yeah, but you only have one stun.
Can't they both mind control?
They can mind control, but they can't both stun.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, interrupts are all sorted out now on sides. I'm going to put those CCs up at the top as was asked. So that should be clearer now.
Did I miss Cauldron?
No, we've not had it yet. But let's get that down. Oh, let's summon a Yumu so we can put one down. Let's get a feast and let's get going. Okay, interrupts are getting fixed because we've got Rankin interrupting on the right but running on the left, which is not going to work. Can you check your sides, guys, and make sure you're interrupting on the side that you're running? And we should have everyone on the same side as they were last time as much as possible.
Is who is swapping people over? But I can't put interrupts when you if you're changing the group setup. Well, you can do it yourself. Fine with me, but I need to know. Okay, please everyone check your site, check your assignment, in case someone got swapped over and it's not been corrected yet.
Okay, if Rankin's going to be left, that means you do not need me to be a marker for left, for right. So right side, you've got the blue marker on Rankin, and left side, you've got the red marker on Mersos.
He's going down.
Okay, get your food buff. Let's get a cauldron as well. Groups 1 and 2. Take 2 flasks, please. 3 and 4, just the 1.
I was just noting that a lot of people had changed side from Wednesday.
I did ask for people to be on the same side as much as possible. If you've changed sides and it's going to be a problem, please speak up so it can get fixed.
I was in group 2. Rankin was in group 1 or 3.
Yeah, I don't mean to be difficult, but it's just having to learn the new side again.
Yeah, that's why I was asking for people as much as
Yeah.
possible to be on the same sides.
Didn't, yeah, like Alman said, didn't someone screenshot?
Yeah, hold on, I did, but I'm trying to do several things at once, so I can grab that, but that means one of the other officers, can you put down the orange and purple markers on the correct sides? I cannot find where my PC saved it, so if you have a strong preference, speak up in /raid now, but otherwise we are going to go and we are going to see if we can get this going.
Give me a sec. I
So-
will watch my vid on the stream from
No,
last raid.
Sonny, don't worry. We're just wanting people to speak up if it's a problem for them. So if it's a problem for you, which side you're on, type something in /raid now. If it's not a problem to you and you're happy with the side or you're on the same side, then you don't need to say anything. Because I don't want to micromanage this if everyone's happy. I know left is way harder than right, but we are sometimes going to have group changes. So I'm not worried if people do want to try the left side and learn it, in case we have everyone who's been right and not and people missing have been left. But yeah, please speak up. Okay, if you're not happy, speak up now. Otherwise, I'm assuming you're happy. Otherwise, remember, we want you to run your avalanches down the sides. That is the most lethal thing. So we're not too worried about the other mechanics. It's really the avalanches. If you get avalanche after the ring, remember, you're moving the avalanche away. Everyone else is going to move sensibly. Melee are going to go straight to the boss. Otherwise, we end up with people everywhere and getting killed with the avalanche. Then in the intermission, we move together. We do not stop for ice blocks, and we've got immunity soaks who are going to get rid of those orbs to make the movement better. Zach, we are going to see the intermission as many pulls as possible tonight because we've got phase one. Last raid, phase one was really good, so it really is get the intermission right so we can work on phase two. Right, let's get going.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen
I've
siege.
completely lagged out, bear with me.
BAM!
The same.
Freezing
I think it's
blast.
the mod causing this.
Kill ballista.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Let's
Freezing
swipe
blast.
fast and go again.
Yeah, it's unlagged now. If it does it again on a pull, then I'm gonna have to turn off some mods.
Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
I'm having the same bug
Howling
on the
winds.
first pull on the raid. I always have like 10
Frozen
seconds of
siege.
lag, then it's fine for the rest of the night.
Okay, I've not had the problem before. It's
Tide
just
moves
today, it
with
seems.
Been having this since Legion.
Let's do that again without lagging.
Yes, please.
The sea answers my call.
Come on.
The
Frozen
tide
siege.
moves
Set
against
charge.
Let's see what we can do to recover. Please careful with the
Freezing
ninja balls.
blast.
Bombs. Not bombs.
you. I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche, boat right.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege.
Right.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
I will freeze you where you stand. Beware. Beware of me.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Avalanche.
BAM!
Boat left.
Freezing blast. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blast.
Both gone, switching sides.
Chilling Touch. Ring of Ice.
Out, then in fire. We can get Avalanche after.
Searing Winds.
Avalanche.
Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast.
Range dodge.
Frozen Siege.
BAM!
Both
Get the
right.
ballista down.
The other side.
Chilling Touch.
Yeah, but it...
Yeah, but she's gonna
Freezing
freeze the
Blast.
other one.
Frozen Siege.
Both down.
I will freeze you in
Avalanche.
You will be washed away.
Use that res.
Ring of Ice.
Yeah, they are. They're going down the sides.
Just as well.
Freezing Blood. Freezing Blast. Howling Winds.
You start thinking about your stacks.
Frozen Siege. Chilling Touch. Freezing Blood. Chilling Touch.
Going with practice.
Yeah. Make sure you clear stacks before we transition.
Searing Pitch. Set Charge. Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege.
Don't run. DPS.
Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast.
Lump, move together. Don't stop for ice blocks.
Freezing Blood.
We're going to see how well the immunity soaks work.
I've been running, Captain. Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Chilling Touch. Icebound Image. Freezing Touch. Icebound Image. Icebound Image.
You need to keep up with the marker, guys. We're not gonna have to repeat this every day, I hope.
If you ran the initial route, we're supposed to be running.
Yeah, up to the right route.
Beware.
Seems that the immunity works, at least.
Good. Yeah, so left side is following Mercer, the cross. Right side is following Rankin, blue square. I know we had it on me last time, but given he's already got a marker on his head for other following, means fewer markers needed.
I don't know if left side has enough damage to do the...
Left side has 12 people, so I really hope they have enough damage.
Well, on Wednesday we tried doing a route to the video and we didn't have enough damage to get there.
But we've added an additional person
Oh shit, sorry.
tonight. We've got 12-8, not 11-9. So I'm really hoping you have more damage tonight.
Also, a lot of people getting frozen, and it was actually less than 11 too, so keep that in mind.
Five, four,
Mercer's
3,
answering that one.
2, 1.
Follow him, basically.
I even did a raid warning.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Avalanche.
Helps Brittany. I got the avalanche.
I need to dodge range.
Freezing
Dodge
Blast.
range.
Use that res.
Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Your boat's gone, we're switching sides.
Searing Pitch. Ring of Ice.
Out then in fire. Just wipe, we've got 2 healers dead.
Searing Pitch. Howling Winds.
Fire.
Chilling Touch. Searing Pitch.
Bam!
Freezing Blush. Chilling Touch. Searing Pitch.
Wood still up. Release faster.
Back
So
up
really
is
doesn't
Slaughter. It's in the AAZ.
That would have 25 charges, so it's irrelevant if it's up or not. Good with bears are enabled.
Five, four. The sea answers my call.
Can we stop with the ninja pulls?
Frozen Siege. Set charge.
Bam!
Boat right.
Freezing
Get that bomb.
Blast.
I hope you don't
Avalanche.
mind cold.
Range might need to dodge.
Freezing
Range
Blast.
dodge.
Faithless sounds so excited.
Searing Pitch. Freezing Blood.
Boat gone, let's switch sides.
Frozen Siege. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out then in fire. The last second only.
Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Boat left. Avalanche.
Freezing Blast. Time Warp. Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege.
Get that blast up now.
The boat's gone.
Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch. Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch. Ring of Ice.
Out then in fire. Avalanche.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch.
Range
Freezing
may well
Blood.
need to dodge.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Freezing
So we
blood.
can use the res and carry on.
BAM!
Howling winds. Freezing blood. Chilling touch.
Boat right.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
So start thinking about your stacks.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Ring of ice.
Yeah, now we're gonna wipe because we've got loads dead. But we can recover from a couple of deaths.
You will be washed away.
Go
Frozen
get in that little
siege.
patch of fire. We'll do it again.
Freezing blast.
BAM!
Beware. Beware.
Alright, let's recover quickly. We want to get the pulls in tonight. That's 2 ninja pulls. It's not bugged.
I think the first one was just a misclick, but this I'm not sure what Dashi was doing.
Falling asleep on the keyboard and headbutting something, I guess. Yeah, people should be avoiding frozen people, but as much as possible, if we can avoid getting frozen, that helps too.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
BAM!
Boat left, avalanche.
Freezing blast.
Break them out.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Frozen
Use combat
siege.
res.
Boat down. It's been used.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze
Avalanche.
you where you stand.
Range may need to dodge after this.
Freezing blast. Howling winds. Freezing blood. Ring of ice.
Freeze you where you
Out the
Chilling
fire.
touch. Searing freezing blood. Frozen siege.
BAM!
Boat right.
Time war. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
Avalanche.
Searing pitch.
Missed.
Searing pitch. Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Frozen in the back.
Break them out.
If Rain could stack on blue, that'd be great.
Freezing blast.
Just stacks on a party set for them.
Ring of ice.
Out the Empire.
Searing pitch. Chilling touch. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Boat left.
Howling freezing winds. Blast. Freezing blood. Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Searing
Start
pitch.
thinking about your stacks.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Frozen siege.
You clear those stacks. Transitioning soon.
Searing pitch. Ring of ice.
Out. There we go. Clump. Move together. Don't stop for ice blocks.
Really think I've been running,
You can
Captain?
have backup, that's not a problem. Mursoft can do your interrupts, I'm sure.
I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Keep with X.
Icebound image. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Icebound image. Chilling touch.
Not going ahead.
Alright, we're lucky.
Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image.
It's time we finish.
Phase 2. Bait.
Glacial ray.
You will be washed away.
It's away.
Kill the barrel.
I
Not
hope
until
you don't
after the
mind
glacial ray, but we're wiping anyway.
Ice fall.
The tide moves against you. Beware, beware of me.
Chiefs.
Left side, please stay with cross at all times. Maybe except dodging, but don't go ahead. Just stay in the general area.
If you're dodging, you still need to stay pretty close, otherwise we're going to get people frozen.
The two tornadoes at the second ad, how do you deal with those? You go left of both?
Depends where they are. I usually go left. But if it's a bad positioning, we could go right.
Rankin, if you
They
get
don't have a
very
fix.
slightly closer, it would help.
Sure, thank you.
You're slightly out of melee range. Thought we'd had videos for both sides of the routes.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
Both
Freezing
right.
blast.
Kill the ballista.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche. Use that res.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Frozen searing pitch. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then and fire. Expect an avalanche after.
Searing howling winds.
BAM!
Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Set charge. Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Boat down, we can switch.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then and fire. Expect avalanche.
Searing pitch.
Avalanche. Range ready to dodge.
Freezing blast.
Dodge.
Freezing blood.
Blocked in the back.
Freezing blood.
Yeah.
Frozen siege.
Boat
Keep
right.
right side for this stuff.
Howling winds.
The tide moves against you.
Watch your stats.
Freezing blast. Set charge. Freezing blast.
Don't run, kill Jaina.
Chilling touch.
Right, clear your stats.
Ring of ice.
Don't
And
run,
ready to transition.
kill Jaina.
Clump.
You have nowhere left to run. Ice Witch. You really think I've been running,
Remember,
Captain?
move together. Don't stop for ice blocks.
Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image. Icebound image. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Image. Icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing blood.
Okay, remember
Chilling
bait.
touch. Glacial ray.
We need
There's the wipe anyway.
to them as soon as possible.
The tide moves against you. I hope you don't mind the cold.
You guys just need to get as far left as possible. Like, where are you? Like, just kind of fine.
Of me.
When I come out after the intro.
Chief's still up.
Everyone repair then. Yeah, the interrupt is for the position of the ad. So 1 is the first ad, 2 is the second ad, 3 is the third ad.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
I hope you
Bam!
don't mind.
Avalanche, boat left.
Freezing blast.
Range
Right.
dodge.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Okay, we can put
Chilling
dice.
touch. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire. Expect avalanche.
Howling wind. Chilling touch.
Bam!
Avalanche, boat
Freezing
right.
blood. Time warp. Chilling touch. Siege. Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Frozen siege.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blood.
The
Searing
tide
pitch.
moves against you.
Searing pitch. Raising blood.
Leave you where you stand.
Out then in fire.
No fire.
Just master spell stack.
Bam!
Freezing blood. Freezing
Boat
blast.
left.
Kill the ballista, otherwise she will freeze the other side.
Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Freezing blood.
Start watching
Set
your
charge.
stats. Actually,
Chilling
let's
touch.
wipe it. There's way too many dead.
I hope you don't mind. Cold.
We had phase 1 really good last raid. And we've not changed the tactic, so a little bit more attention to lethal things, good dodging of those bombards, remember?
Beware of me.
We need to get to the intermission with everyone alive. Yeah, we should only be standing in fire when needed, so only go in it when you need to clear your stacks or when we stand in it after the ring. Occasionally you might need to move through it. If that's the case, move through it quickly, don't just stand in it.
Sangor, let's have a summoning stone.
If we're making group changes, we're going to have to break early. You get 5 minutes now.
Let's do that.
Make sure you're back in time. Yeah, sometimes Warushi is really, really stubborn about being moved. We move her as soon as we're able to. But if you have issues with the ring of fire, just play it safe, don't stand in the fire. Also, GTFO now makes a loud noise when you're in the fire. The update in the last day or so fixed that. Yeah, melee just need to move out the fire and wait for the boss to move. It's not a disaster if we take slightly longer in the phase. It is a disaster if melee die. Right, end of break. It really is our standing in fire that's the problem, so let's stop standing in that fire.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
BAM!
I will freeze you
Avalanche.
where you stand.
You want to take mine?
Freezing
left.
blast. Set charge. Frozen siege.
Use the res.
Bomb back.
Boats down, we can switch back.
Freezing blast.
Ranged, get me out. Avalanches, don't kill me.
Ring of ice.
Freeze you where you stand.
Out then in fire. Spec avalanche after.
Howling wind. Freezing blood.
Freeze you where you
Avalanche.
stand.
Freezing blood. Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Frozen siege. Time
Bam!
warp.
Boat right.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand. I will
Ring of
freeze
ice.
you where you
Out then in fire.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Kill siege.
BAM!
Boat left. Start thinking about
Howling
your
winds.
stacks.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Frozen siege. Chilling freezing blood.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche. Make sure you've cleared your stacks.
Away.
Set charge. Set charge. Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Ready to transition. Slump. Move together. Don't get ice blocked.
You really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Freezing blood. Freezing blood.
Everyone here died.
Icebound image.
Right side down.
Freezing blood.
So
Icebound
we
image.
didn't have enough people, so
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a white, but you can still practice the movement. Right, left side can.
Icebound image. Freezing blood. Chilling touch.
Beware of me.
Dashi. Dashi. You're not falling asleep again, have you, Dashi?
Five, four, three, two, one.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
BAM!
Boat right.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche. Boat's down, we can switch.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out, then in fire.
Howling Wind. Chilling Touch.
BAM!
Boat left.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Cold.
Tyson Siege. Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Blast.
Boat down, switching.
Frozen Siege. Ring of Ice.
Out, then in fire. Can get Avalanche after.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blood. Freezing
Range
Blood.
ready.
Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch.
BAM!
Boat right.
Kill ballista left, please.
65,
Howling
watch your
winds.
stats.
Freezing Blood. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood.
62, make sure your stacks are clear.
Chilling Touch.
Ready to transition. Move together.
You really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing touch. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Drop, Jaina.
Okay, ready to bait?
Glacial ray.
After Ray finishes, go to the barrel.
The tide moves against you.
Chilling touch.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Barrel.
Arctic ground. Chilling touch.
Clear your stacks.
Ice fall.
That's cool.
Yep. Move to the next barrel.
Cannons fire.
We're gonna bait the glacial ray again. Yeah, that's why we want to
Glacial ray.
bait. The more baiting we do, the more space we have.
Freezing blood. Freezing blood.
Mind marking
Then
the,
there's some-
Get to the barrel.
Yeah, I can mark the barrel. No
Chilling
problem.
touch. Arctic ground.
To the barrel.
Chilling touch.
It's not letting me mark at the moment.
It's the wrong barrel, is that right?
Yeah, that is the wrong barrel. So we go counterclockwise. But as soon as it'll let
is
me
why
mark, it will.
it's why the ray wants to be further over to the right.
Let's see if I can manage it while
Beware.
before I res up. Okay, I've got skull down. I'll try and get the next one next time. It would not let me while I was ice blocked.
That's cool.
So the idea is we bait the ray to the wall to save space. Then we're going to have the barrel broken after the ray. I'll be taking the avalanche out during that. We clear our stacks. We move counterclockwise to the next barrel. We bait again. We have the siege breaker who's going to get gripped back in. And then as the blizzard starts, we break the barrel. Then we bait. We have avalanche. We have broadsides, and we move after the ice fall. But I'm going to be calling it every single move. We're meant to have ranged interrupts on all of them, but they got assigned and then someone swapped them out for some reason. This isn't AFKing, this is sorting out assignments.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The tide rises.
Frozen siege.
BAM!
Freezing blast.
Right.
I hope you don't mind
Avalanche.
cold.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege.
Range on blue.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire. Expect avalanche.
Howling winds. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Pitch. Time warp.
Avalanche.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Set chilling touch. Set charge. Pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Revoke now, we can switch.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire. Expect avalanche.
Searing pitch.
You don't mind cold.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Frozen siege.
65. Think about your stacks.
Kill right side.
Howling winds.
No need. That boat's irrelevant.
Yeah, let's go.
Freezing blood.
Clear stacks.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Clear your stacks. Move together. Don't get
Set
ice
charge.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Chilling touch.
Impossible! I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image.
In between, don't go around
Chilling
those.
touch. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Oh, I think we're all going to be frozen. Yeah. My side, remember, it's between,
Freezing
right,
blood.
right, left.
Freezing blood. Chilling touch.
If you go left and if you
Icebound
go
image.
between, you will get ice block, basically every time.
Beware of me.
Right, I think we'd do another cauldron. Let's get that down. Wadu will not get frozen. He's a rogue. He can cope fine if he happens to run ahead.
Do you have a cauldron?
Yeah, it's under the ballista on the left.
Why? Why? Just why? Not losing enough time as this or?
Five, four, three, two, one.
Frozen siege.
Bam! Vote right.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Frozen
Boat's
siege.
gone,
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire, expect avalanche.
Howling winds. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Time warp. Frozen siege.
Bam! Boat left.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Boat's gone.
Frozen siege.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Bring some blue.
Freezing blood. Frozen siege.
Bam! Think about
Howling
your
winds.
stacks.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
62, make sure you've cleared.
Chilling touch.
We are about to transition. Clump.
Set
Remember,
charge.
move together. Don't stop for ice blocks.
You really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image. Freezing icebound image. Icebound image. Freezing blood.
Is it? Let's move towards the image and break it.
Icebound image.
Jaina.
We can't yet. We're still
Freezing
breaking
blood.
this.
Oh, sorry.
She needs people to move.
Icebound image. Chilling touch.
Done. Can drop in.
It's time we...
Okay, ready to bait?
Glacial ray.
Dodge the ray. After ray, break barrel. It's going to be a wipe anyway.
I will freeze you where you stand! The tide moves against you!
Ice
So now
ball.
we would clear our stacks. Let's see if it'll let me put another marker down now.
Cannons fire! Beware. Beware.
You got a red marker down.
Yeah, I got a second one down, so I'll just add to the AA that it's skull, then red, then unmarked.
Repair bolt.
We're using the route that's in the Discord that shows good ways to dodge, aren't we? Because that should be minimal stopping, I think.
Scrabble down. Repair, please.
Everyone repair? No, the tornadoes are predictable. We established, watching videos and confirmed at last raid that the paths are extremely predictable. The random element is how long you take to kill things.
And how fast you get there.
Yeah. But we should be consistently getting there at the same speed because we're using totems and we're not using personal speed boosts.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The tide rises.
Frozen siege.
BAM!
Boat left.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you
Avalanche.
where you stand.
Freezing blast.
They belong to the sharks now.
Frozen siege.
You gonna move? No?
Maybe?
Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Howling wind. Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Ring of ice. Chilling touch.
Spinning fire.
Searing pitch. Time warp. Frozen siege.
BAM!
Boat right.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
Avalanche. We can switch sides.
Chilling touch. Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
It's not cooperating. It's fine.
Ring of ice.
Out and fire.
Searing pitch.
BAM!
Boat left.
Howling winds. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Blood.
65. Think about your stacks.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
stand.
Freezing blood. Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Range dodge.
Set charge.
62.
Set
Make
charge.
sure you're clear.
Searing pitch.
Ignore the bomb. Come here. It will disappear.
Grip everything. Yeah. Q.
You really think I've
Move
been
together.
running, Captain?
Don't get us bobbed now.
Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
There's totems.
Freezing blood. Icebound
Freezing
image.
blood.
Chilling touch.
Icebound image.
Chilling touch.
Icebound image. Icebound image.
Okay, let's break
Icebound
log out my
image.
side.
It's
Drop
time.
Baked.
Glacial ray.
After the ray, we'll go to the barrel.
Against you. I will freeze you where you stand.
Barrel.
Not broken.
Alright, right. Rip.
Yeah, let's see if I can get another marker down though.
Ice fall.
Okay, we have 3 markers now.
All weapons open fire. Beware of me.
We've got 4 immunities assigned. So all 4 of you ideally should be helping out with blocking the orbs.
Just came a bit late, I think.
Yeah, they were just late. But I was actually to the point where the second whirlwinds got very close to the ash and threatened blocking people.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Bam!
Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Set charge. Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
Can switch sides.
Ring of ice.
Out then in fire. We'll get avalanche
Searing
after.
pitch. Howling winds.
Avalanche. Use the res after.
Times and siege.
I'm frozen.
Breathe frozen.
Sangha is also frozen.
Wet's been cold.
Freezing blast.
Bam!
The tide moves against you. Beware of me.
We can recover from that though, Twy. One bomb is not going to be a disaster.
Five, four, three, two, one.
The tide rises.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat left.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Cold.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
One bomb in the back.
Searing pitch. Freezing blood.
Res Bashi.
Searing pitch. Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Freezing blood. Time of ice.
Out then in fire.
Frozen siege.
Break Twy out.
Chilling fish.
Boat right.
Freezing blast.
Ballista, yeah.
Left ballista.
Left for this is fine.
This is the last boat.
Set charge.
freeze you where you
Bomb.
stand.
Avalanche.
They are soft. Nothing left.
Frozen siege.
Oh my God.
Freezing blast. Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Ring of ice. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Chilling
Just for
touch.
clarification, do we
Searing pitch.
just fully ignore third boats? Yeah.
Searing
Depends what
pitch.
percentage we're at. If we're low enough, then yeah, generally we should be able to.
Because it could free up some damage on the siege, on the ballistas, to get them out of freeze to just go on boss instead.
Yeah, I'm hoping we can. If we're behind on damage on the boss, then we might have to deal with it. But where we usually are, we're dealing with the third one at sub 70, so we can probably get away without it.
Yeah. So just for DPS, once
Yeah.
the first two boats are gone, you don't kill the frozen ballista. Yeah, but the point, Ayumi, was that if we tell DPS to leave ballistas after second, then we can get more consistently to lower percent.
Yeah, however, if we get the third one above 70%, then...
Then
these
we've messed
two
up somewhere.
get sorted out. Yeah, if we're on track, I'm hoping we can ignore the third one.
Five, four, three, two, one.
For the Alliance.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing
Boat
blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Freezing blood.
Boat gone. Switching
Searing
sides.
pitch. Freezing blood. Frozen siege. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Howling blast. Freezing blood. Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire.
Freezing
Plant through
blood.
fire.
Chilling touch. Siege.
Bam!
Boat left. Break the ice block.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Freezing blast.
Boat down, switching sides.
Frozen siege. Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire.
Freezing blast. Howling winds.
65. Start thinking about stacks.
Freezing blood.
We'll ignore the boat. We're close enough.
I will freeze you.
Chilling touch.
Avalanche. 62. Make sure you're clearing stacks.
Chilling touch. Frozen siege.
61. Clear those stacks.
Frozen surrender.
You're probably gonna get left behind.
Really
Sorry.
think I've been running, Captain?
Remember, move together. Don't get ice blocked.
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Freezing blood. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Chilling icebound touch. Image. Freezing blood. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image.
It's time we finish this.
Bait that ray.
Glacial ray. Chilling touch.
After ray, break the barrel.
I hope you don't mind the cold.
Clear your stacks.
Ice fall.
Ready to bait the ray again.
Watch ice fall.
Cannons fire!
Siege breaker out. You get gripped back.
Glacial ray.
The tide moves against you.
Don't get hit by the ray. It's a wipe, but we got over to the second barrel. That's progress. Recover quick and go again.
Against you. Beware. Beware.
The light group needs to be more efficient on the first Jaina image. That thing stays up way too long. It makes us go back, and that's very bad to those orbs.
Yeah, with Siege it's 3 seconds left and you get a grip back. Yeah, it should be easier with the orbs being soaked, but we've got 4 people soaking, so that should be a load of orbs we can get rid of. If you're assigned to soak, please help out.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche. Boat left.
Freezing blast. Freezing blast.
Like
Freezing blood. Frozen siege.
Okay, we can switch sides.
Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire.
Howling
Avalanche
winds.
after.
Chilling touch. Time worn pitch. Freezing blood. Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Boat right.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Avalanche.
Ring of ice.
Out then in fire.
Searing pitch.
65. Be thinking about
Howling
stacks.
freezing blast. Chilling touch. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Ignore the boat. Clear your
Chilling
chance.
freezing blood.
Transitioning.
Chilling touch.
Okay, move together. Don't stop for guys squats.
You really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Freezing blood. Icebound image. Chilling touch. Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Do my side break flotter.
It's time we
Phase 2. Bait.
Glacial ray.
After the ray, break the barrel.
I will freeze you where you stand!
Ice fall.
Delay your stacks. It's a white.
All weapons, open fire! You will be washed away!
People
Glacial
really
ray.
far away. If you're far away because you got ice blocked, better dodging. If you're far away because you're moving without the clump, don't do that. Really important we stick together. We've got 4 people soaking the orbs to make it easier for the left group, so hopefully that should make the movement to the phase 2 position a lot easier, but be careful. So remember, in intermission, you stay with your marker. Markers, please move predictably. Please don't use speed boosts because not everyone will keep up. But unless you are the immunity running off to do the soaking, stay with your marker. It's really important we don't have people frozen.
Chief's
Your
up.
Sunti can oblige. Yep, everyone repair. Right, Dashi, say when ready.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat right.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Fine shot. Their vessel is bound for the deep.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand.
You have a way.
Ring of ice. Howling winds.
Out, then in fire.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Boat left.
Time warp.
Cataballista.
Freezing blast.
Use the rest.
Chilling touch.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
A fine shot. Their vessel is bound for the deep.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Frozen siege. Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Bam!
Boat right.
Freezing blood.
We shouldn't need to deal with it.
Howling winds.
65, watch your
Freezing
stats.
blast. Chilling touch. Freezing frozen siege. Searing pitch.
Avalanche.
Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Set charge. Pitch. Set charge. Freezing blast.
Range dodge. Okay, that's white. 3 healers dead. Stand in the fire.
Tide moves again. Beware of me.
Chief's still up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Bam!
Boat right. Avalanche.
Freezing Blast.
Boat's gone. Can switch.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast. Howling Winds.
Range dodge.
Freezing
Ring of
Blood.
Ice.
Out, then in fire.
Frozen Siege.
Don't stay completely out, you'll get yourself blocked. Boat left.
Freezing
Ballista.
Blast.
Oh, no.
Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Out, then in fire.
Searing Pitch.
Bam!
Ignore the boat.
Freezing Blood. Howling Winds. Frozen Siege.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche. Think about your stacks. Make sure you clear them soon.
Chilling Touch. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood.
Need to clear
Searing
it.
Searing Pitch.
Transition
Charge.
shortly.
Mark target.
There's that transition. Move together. Don't stop for ice blocks. I want to see some good immunity clears this time. Let's get everyone
Think I've been
through.
running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood.
You're not alright, so we just
Icebound Image.
Okay, immunities can
Chilling
still
Touch.
practice that clear though.
Freezing
Icebound
Icebound
Blood.
Image. Chilling Touch.
Beware of me.
Okay, we're gonna have a 10-minute break now. Make sure you're back and ready to go again in 10 minutes. It's gonna give me a bit of log time. Yeah, everyone should be clearing. I'm calling it at 65, at 62, just as we transition, and the weak aura does make a noise, I think, at that point. But you've got 10 minutes now. Right, let's get back to this. Main issue was we're going to the intermission is people getting ice blocked. So really pay attention to that. Make sure you pay attention to your position. You need to be clumped and you really need to dodge those orbs. If you're going to port out, please make sure you come back in before the end of the break. The whole point, if we're having 2 breaks, is to not have downtime. Boozy!
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege.
Bam!
Avalanche, boat left.
Freezing Blast.
Come out. Res him instead.
Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Switching sides.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Ranged.
Howling Winds. Freezing Blast. Freezing Blood. Chilling Touch.
Closing the back.
Ring of Ice. Searing
Outgoing
Pitch.
fire.
Searing
Leave it
Pitch.
closing the back.
Break
Chilling
down.
Touch. Siege.
Bam!
Boat right.
You will be washed away.
Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand.
Set Charge. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast. Ring of Ice.
Moves against you.
Set Charge.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing
right.
blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
Break
Frozen
down,
siege.
switch.
Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire. Avalanche after.
Howling wind. Chilling touch. Frozen siege.
Avalanche.
Freezing blood.
Ready to dodge.
Time warp.
Bam!
Boat left.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Boat down. Avalanche. Range ready to dodge.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Ring of ice.
Out then in fire.
Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Howling winds.
Ignore the boat. 65. Think about your stats.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
62. Clear those stats. Avalanche.
Set charge. Set charge.
Make sure you're clear. Ready to transition. Now move together.
You really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Freezing blood. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Icebound image.
Yeah, got it. Just stack on me
Freezing
instead.
blood. Icebound image.
You're all frozen.
Icebound image. Chilling touch.
Beware.
Let's do that again. That should help with the orb dodging as well, I think, for you, Moon.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege.
Bam! Boat right.
Dude, you did it, right?
Freezing
Okay.
Blast. Frozen Siege. Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blood. Ring of Ice.
Out then in fire.
Howling Winds. Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege.
Bam! Boat left.
Freezing Blood. Time Warp. Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch. Chilling Touch.
I will freeze you where
Avalanche.
you stand. The tide moves against you.
Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
Their vessel is bound for defeat.
Use the res.
Ring of Ice.
Freeze you where you stand.
Out then in fire.
Chilling Touch. Chilling Touch. Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch. Frozen Siege. Freezing
Bam!
Blood.
Ignore the boat.
Searing Blood.
Let's
Searing
just wipe
Pitch.
it way too many.
Howling Winds.
Where you stand. Beware of me.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege.
Bam! Boat left.
Freezing blast.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Cold.
Ballista.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Ring of ice. Howling winds.
I hope you don't mind. Beware. Beware of me.
No, don't worry, DC's happen. Let's just recover and go again.
Oh shit. Sorry.
Five, four, three, two, one.
The tide rises.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast.
BAM!
Boat left.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Freezing blood. Freezing blood. Set charge.
Bomb in the back.
Freezing blood.
Use that res.
Freezing blood.
Moving closer.
Searing pitch. Freezing blood.
Don't really have it. Approach the NFC.
Ring of howling winds. Chilling touch. Freezing blood.
Break those ice blocks.
Frozen siege. Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
Let's
Time
just
warp.
wipe it with a mass.
Chilling touch.
I don't know what that movement was, but that was very poorly chosen.
Freezing blast.
Beware. Beware of me.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
BAM!
Boat left.
I will freeze you
Avalanche.
where you stand.
Where's the dog, right?
Freezing
Okay.
Blast. Frozen Siege. Set Freezing Blood.
Bomb in the back.
Searing Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Freezing Blood. Searing Pitch. Freezing Blast. Searing Pitch. Ring of Ice.
Out, then in fire.
Freezing Blood. Howling Wind. Chilling Touch.
Avalanche.
Freezing Blast.
Range dodge.
Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege. Time War.
BAM!
Boat right.
Freezing Blast. Freezing Blast.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Ring of Ice.
Out, then in fire.
Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege. Freezing Blast.
BAM!
Ignore that
Howling
boat.
Winds.
65. Watch your
Chilling
back.
Touch. Freezing Blast. Chilling Touch.
Avalanche.
Set
Make
Charge.
sure you clear stacks.
Chilling Touch. Frozen Siege.
Plant. Move together. Don't stop for the ice blocks.
You really think I've been running, Captain? Impossible! I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Icebound Image. Chilling Touch. Icebound Image. Freezing Blood. Chilling Touch. Icebound Image. Icebound Image.
It's time we finish.
Phase 2. Bait.
Still orbs incoming, watch it.
Glacial Ray.
That was baited. Well done. After the ray, break the barrel.
I will freeze you where you stand!
Get Ayumu out.
Ice Fall.
Move together. Dodge that ice fall.
Open fire!
Siege break out. You'll get a grip.
Glacial Ray.
You will be washed away!
No, not barrel yet. I said barrel in blizzard. Now we get the barrel.
The tide
Don't put the broadsides on it, that's when we stand in it. Those broadsides just need to move out.
Beware. Beware.
Don't forget, I'm going to be, yeah, it is progress. I'm going to be calling all of the moves, so don't worry. Let me call it. I'll call when we move the barrels. I'll call when we move across the room. If you just listen, everything will be there.
That's fine. Yeah, we're going too fast past the first one.
Yeah, we need to pause.
We don't have the same setup we did last time, so we can't do what we past it.
Yeah, sort of being dead won't have helped. But generally, on right side, if we get the first add to 30% and then move, that worked quite well last raid. Hopefully the timing will work out approximately, even though we're one fewer.
Yeah, we were going at 30%, but we were loads faster than left. So going at 30 for less people to make it more even.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The sea answers my call.
Freezing blast.
BAM!
Boat left.
I will freeze you.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege.
I'm frozen in back.
Breaken. Resin light.
Chilling touch. Freezing blood. Freezing blast.
Down, switch sides.
Freezing blood. Searing pitch.
I will freeze you where you
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Howling winds. Ring of ice.
Out, then in fire. Break me off, but don't risk it.
Frozen siege.
BAM!
Boat right.
This moment.
Yeah, just right.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch. Time warp.
Sorry there, my charger
Searing
was
pitch. Set charge.
but the block was in the back,
Set
and then
charge.
I got the fire launched on the character, which I thought wouldn't work. I thought it needed to be on the block. That worked, and then I got 2 hits and I died.
We are running the avalanche down the sides. That is the tactic and has been for several raids now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
Boat left. Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Set charge.
Bomb in the back.
Boat down with switch.
Frozen siege.
Crows on the right.
Freezing blast.
Break fly out.
Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire.
Howling winds.
Expect avalanche.
Chilling touch. Freezing blood.
You ready for a dog drink?
Time warp.
Bam!
Boat right.
Frozen siege. Chilling touch. Freezing
Just
blast.
had a nice blinking flanker.
Searing pitch. Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Avalanche.
Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Searing pitch. Freezing blood.
We'll break
Ring of ice. Searing pitch.
Out then in fire.
Searing pitch.
Legend.
Searing pitch.
Crows in the back.
Searing frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Howling winds.
Ignore the boat.
Freezing blast.
65. Watch those stacks.
Green red K on the ice.
Avalanche.
Set charge.
Make sure you clear
Set charge.
stacks.
Freezing blast.
Range dodge.
Frozen siege.
2 bombs going off.
Yeah, wipe it. That's 5 dead.
Ring of ice.
The single about the blinking is to minimize damage. Let be where you need to be.
Okay.
You should have time to run there. If you don't have time to run there, just please let me know. But
Yeah, you seem a bit all over the place today. It's a lot different from last raid.
well, we did change tactics quite a bit, as in we're bursting it down from 68%, which means there's going to be a lot of fire, a lot of movement.
Yeah, but that's the last one.
I'm running out. I think we need to repair that. Yeah, I think I'll buy it more. Push it up.
Hammer down.
Okay, repair.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Frozen siege. Freezing blast.
Bam!
Boat left.
freeze you
Avalanche.
where you stand.
Freezing blast. Searing pitch. Set charge.
Bomb in the back.
Searing pitch. Freezing blood. Searing frozen siege.
Frozen in the back.
Freezing blast.
I will freeze you where you stand.
Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Howling winds. Freezing blood. Ring of ice.
Freeze you where you
Out, then in fire.
Chilling touch. Time warp. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Boat right.
Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
I will freeze you where
Set
you
charge.
stand.
One bomb to the left of ranged.
They are soft. Nothing left but ash and
Frozen
Sorry, guys.
siege.
We kill the boat.
Freezing blast.
Yeah, we did.
Ring of ice.
freeze you where you
Out, then in fire.
Searing pitch.
Bam!
Freezing blast.
Got the ballista.
Ignore. It's
Frozen
So you have
siege.
represented.
Freezing blood. Freezing blood.
65.
mind the cold.
Worry about snacks.
Chilling touch. Searing set charge.
Overboard.
Set charge. Freezing blast.
62, make sure you're clear. And transitioning. Move together, don't stop for ice blocks.
Impossible! I lured you into open waters, because out here, you have no hope of escape.
Icebound image.
Stick around till 30. Now we move.
Icebound image. Icebound image. Icebound image.
Now keep dodging.
Icebound image.
It's time we finish.
Ready to bait.
Glacial ray.
Dodge the ray.
You will be washed
After the
away.
ray, break the barrel.
I hope you don't mind the cold. The tide moves against you.
Ice fall.
Out the barrel, dodge the ice fall, moves towards red. You're going to bait the ray at the wall.
Fire!
Glacial ray.
You will be washed
Dodge the
away.
ray. Don't break that barrel yet. We're going to wait till the blizzard. Okay, time to break it.
You will be washed away.
Ignore the
Now
ice
we
block.
bait.
Glacial
Well,
ray.
everyone's dead, so it's a wipe. So we bait. Then I'll be running backwards, so you'll be out the way.
Ice fall.
Cannons, fire! I will freeze you where you stand.
That's the avalanche.
And
Which way are
then
you
we're
going?
moving. Yeah,
Washed
I'll be
away.
going away from the barrel, so left
Beware
clockwise from here, because
Beware.
otherwise I'll be blocking people.
of
Yeah.
me.
yeah. And you want me to move her straight to the barrel at that point?
Yes, if we need to. Well, actually, wait until we've had the ice fall out the way, then we break the barrel. So yeah, if you move over quickly.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what
it was
happened.
a
Did you
wipe.
get ice blocked and then I got like nuked because I had like 13 stacks or something? Well, something happened. Anyway, I had
Yeah.
loads of stacks.
No, I think everyone went through that intermission with too many stacks because we had people dead. So yeah, don't die.
Oh,
Watch
sorry,
fire.
not those
So-
stacks, the other stacks. I was
Other stacks.
the increased damage from her stacks.
Oh, those ones. Okay. I'm also thinking people went through with the older stacks too many.
Oh, sure, yeah. But we had a reset already.
Yeah. Yeah, so you know the ship is going to drop the fire. There is a handy warning in the weak aura. You get the circles, you get out the circles. There is still plenty of space to move.
Five, four, three, two, one.
The tide rises.
Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing
Boat
blast.
left.
Give them a taste of our cannons. I will freeze you
Avalanche.
where you stand.
Freezing blast.
The deck is rigged to explode.
Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Boat's gone, you can switch.
Their vessel is bound for the sea.
Freezing blast.
Come on.
Ring of ice.
Out then in fire. Avalanche after.
Howling winds. Chilling touch.
Avalanche.
Time warp. Frozen siege.
Bam!
Freezing
Boat
blast.
right. We'll move her back over.
Yeah, help Ballista.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Charge is set.
Set charge.
Bomb ranged.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch. Frozen siege.
Use that res.
I hope you don't mind.
Avalanche.
Freezing blood. Freezing
Fire.
blood. Searing pitch. Freezing blood.
Out then in fire.
Got loads of them.
Yeah, wipe it. We're getting sloppy about standing and things, so really careful with your movement. We've got plenty of DPS for this phase. What we need to do is not take unnecessary damage. So it's good avalanche positioning, good fire dodging. Make sure you move as a priority over DPS. And I know I've been saying ice blocks are not a disaster. They're not. However, let's try to avoid getting ice blocks because we are getting a lot more than we did last raid, I think.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Freezing blast. Frozen siege.
Bam! Boat right. Avalanche.
Freezing blast. Freezing blood.
Boat down.
Searing pitch. Frozen siege. Freezing blast. Ring of ice.
Out then in fire. Expect avalanche.
Howling winds. Chilling fish.
Avalanche.
Freezing blood. Time
ready
warp.
to dodge.
Bam!
You're okay.
Frozen
Boat left.
siege. Chilling touch. Freezing blast.
Boat down.
Frozen siege.
Avalanche.
Searing pitch.
Range ready to dodge.
Freezing blast.
Dodge.
Searing pitch. Freezing
Ring of
ice.
Out then in fire.
Searing pitch. Searing pitch.
Bam!
Leave the boat.
Howling winds.
Frozen
Chilling touch.
Five. Think about those stats.
Chilling touch. Freezing blast. Chilling touch.
3.
Set charge.
Avalanche. Make sure you've cleared stacks.
Mark target. Freezing blast. Searing pitch.
Move together. Don't stop the ice blocks.
You really think I've been running, Captain?
Impossible!
I lured you into open waters because out here you have no hope of escape.
Freezing blood. Icebound image. Freezing blood. Chilling touch. Freezing
We
blood.
want to pause there.
Icebound image. Freezing blood.
Okay, can we get in melee range or something?
Icebound image. Icebound image.
Finish off the other image.
Freezing blood.
Then we'll
Icebound
break
image.
the-
Chilling touch.
Phase 2. Ready to bait.
Glacial ray.
Dodge the ray. After the ray, break the barrel. Except it's a wipe. Let's just wipe it.
I will freeze you where you stand. You will be washed away.
We should be staying till 30, yeah. Around, if you get a little bit closer, you're edging
Ice
out of
fall.
melee range, I think, again.
Sure, but I need to go interrupt the second ad.
You will be washed away.
You can do that from range, can't you?
No, I have to move. That's why I'm moving closer to it.
Yeah, but after you've moved closer, get in melee of something.
Oh yeah.
Because you're hovering in the middle, which means we're a bit stuck. Anyway, that is 11. We're going to stop there. Swibs, last time we did have me marked as ranking with the other side, because it gets confusing if we have two markers and people follow the wrong ones. But if people can work out how to follow a different marker, it might work. I'm just trying to not clutter everything. It does feel like phase 2 is improving. When we get there with everyone, we are getting further into it, which is good. Just need to get some more practice and tidy up phase 1 again, because we are getting a bit sloppy with that and having lots of deaths. But if we can get everyone alive, I think we can do some good work in phase 2.
Is there any chance we had a shit ton more melee today than we did last time?
Maybe. How many melee do we have today? Because last raid we just scraped having 8 in melee range, I thought.
I'm just wondering if that's why.
Could be. I'll need to check.
Maybe that, because I was whinging about not stacking, but it might be because we have shit tons more melee. In which case I take back my whinging about stacking.
Yeah, we do have them. We had 6 melee last raid, and I think we had 9 or 10 this raid.
Okay,
That
makes lots of
yeah,
sense.
9 would make a difference, yeah.
It just means I think we need to keep her further up the ship, if possible, because it gets really hard. It gets really messy when all the back end's covered in fire and we have to run out of lunch. People take a lot of damage. So I think we need to keep her up the boat more, like towards the range more.
Possibly, although I'm generally keeping her where there's space around the fire and where she's willing to move to. So I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to keep her in a
Sure, but the
particular
fire
spot.
goes where people are stood, so if we
Yeah.
take the fire down the bottom of the ship, then there's more fire left.
Yeah, but then we have to actually bait, and then she has to be willing to move, because half the time we want to bait things, but we can't because boss was unwilling to move and melee won't move from boss.
Yeah, sure. It just felt a fair amount cleaner last time.
It did, yeah.
I feel like that's because of
see.
numbers.
It might just be the melee split. I'm gonna have more of a look at the logs and see if I can figure out why and compare to last one, but might be onto something with the number of melee. And consider this a reminder, everyone sign up for the next raids. Loads of people haven't responded. Even if you can't make it, just post and tell us so we're not wondering how many we're going to get. Then means I can look more at the range melee balance and plan accordingly.